Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to use Microsoft Project 2007 and how it can help our team. So once you bring up Microsoft Project, you can create a new project and just create a blank one. And typically this will be the screen when you first create a project and how it'll look. It's very similar to Microsoft Excel. So kind of intuitively, you have a task list, a duration, so how long will it take, a start date, a finish date, and a predecessor column, which just means which task is dependent on other tasks, and I'll explain that in a minute, and then resource names. So if we have a certain task, we can assign that task to a specific individual. So just beginning, you can start off by just typing a category or just a general task that needs to get done. So we'll make a category called frame, and we know for a frame we're going to need to design, we're going to have analysis, if I could spell that right, you get the idea, and manufacture. And because we want these to go under frame design, we can highlight by clicking one, hold shift, select all three. And an important button to know is this indent button. So by clicking that, we make that under the category frame. And to go back, we would outdent this button over here. So then you can go in here and you can say how long roughly it'll take us to design. And these are all just really vague estimates. And as we're tracking, it should become a lot more specific, and this could be very useful for next year after we're all said and done, because then we actually have accurate time estimates of how long each thing took us. And because I kind of want to be pretty detailed, we're going to probably stick mostly to hours, how long something might take in hours. So you can click duration and type in, say, 4H for hours. But if you wanted to, we could call it 4, so put in a D, or 4 weeks. And if you look on the right, the Gantt chart reflects that as well. And back to the predecessor, if we wanted to link these different tasks, we could go over here. So analysis, we would assume that, say, analysis follows design. So that is on row 2. So for predecessor, we will type in 2 over here. And if you look on the Gantt chart, that just reflects that. So now analysis comes right after we finish design. A way to do that would be to select all of these, and then you can go up to this button, auto link or link tasks, and click that, and then all those become linked. And that's just a very basic. There's a lot of other ways we can do this, but this is just assuming that each task is dependent on the task before it. So essentially that then has to be done before we could start analysis, and analysis needs to be done before we can manufacture. So another important thing to note is can be changed. So say we click on one of these columns and you right click, and you could say insert column, and it comes up with a library of things that we can add. One thing that's really useful that I'm going to try to make use of on our Gantt chart is % complete. So by adding that now, I'm hoping that every maybe weekly meeting I can just go through the leads, what tasks that they're currently working on, and hopefully updating the % complete that day, so every Friday. And so say we put in 65% done, and if you look at the Gantt chart, it'll have a line through it that reflects that 65% done. That'll just make life a little easier on knowing where we are in certain different tasks. And yourself out over this, just because we can always change the finish date. It's really just to give us a general idea and kind of give each other deadlines, but we can be pretty generous. So it's going to get mad at you if you go over a few days or something like that. So that's just a general tutorial, and let me know if you guys have any more questions. Thanks.